sports fans. This is George, the Napa Flash. I'm going to be going over the NFL races, as far as the divisional races, coming up this coming weekend, with a special emphasis on the Seattle Seahawks. I am an unapologetic fan of them since their inception, and as of last year predicted before the season that they would go 11-5 and get into the playoffs, not win their division, and actually win a playoff game. They did all of those things last year. I predicted the beginning of this year 13-3, and to win the Super Bowl and win the division. So far, they've carried out 2 out of 3. So, like I say, I'm an unapologetic Seahawks fan, but I hope that the remainder of this discussion will still keep a keen interest for you, and you will be invested in it. Now, let's look at those divisional races. We have New Orleans and Seattle for the opening game. We'll discuss that as the last. We have Indianapolis at New England. Here's a tough one here. Indianapolis and New England. Now, Indianapolis didn't look all that sharp until the very end of their game. However, they put it all together, and now we'll face New England at New England. Looks like a toughie. However, I see Indianapolis pulling this off. Why? They've just got the luck. You gotta like them. Sunday, San Francisco, Carolina. Sorry, San Francisco, but I think Carolina is going to take you on this one. You ran Kaepernick's arm, and his leg's pretty good there, but I think they'll be ready for it. And I think Carolina will take them down. San Diego, Denver. Denver was the other team I expected to meet Seattle in the Super Bowl, and I still see that. So I see Denver taking San Diego. Their train has come to an end right there at Denver. Now, coming back to New Orleans at Seattle. Yes, Seattle had a very convincing win against them there at the Kingdome, and it was right after a bye week. So Seattle was well rested. What do they have here? Another bye week. They're also well rested. However, these teams adapt and they adjust. I don't see this being as easy a game, but still a convincing win for Seattle. And we're also looking at Percy Harvin coming back in. He's practicing anyway. Looks like he might participate in this game. Don't know if he needs to, but it looks like they're trying to make him available. Now, with that coming down, I'd like to say that, like I say, it'll be a convincing win, and Seattle will have a fairly easy time of it. Now, I do want to take into account the fact that we got the 12th man in Seattle, but there's a little change here. When you get into the playoffs, you don't get the regular fans in there, because your corporate tickets, the ones that they've been handing out to employees, are now being used by the corporate leaders. And corporate leaders aren't as prone to stand up, cheer, and yell, and rip off their vocal cords, trying to make the opposing team go off sides, delay a game, whatever. So I don't see the 12th man as being as effective. I hope I'm wrong. But in any case, that's how I see that coming down. I'll come back to you in a little while to discuss something about the big and silent type. Now, sports fans, I'd like to share with you a little bit of my wit and wisdom, as it were. Anyway, I waxed poetically to a friend of mine, and I would like to share that little bit of poetic waxing with you. So please bear in mind that this is, if you're a Seattle fan, you'll understand, and if you're not, this may ruffle your feathers, but hey, it's our time to turn to crow. And I wrote as follows. We now play one game at a time. Records mean nothing. What you do on game day is all that matters. All we desire to do is see the Seahawks leading their opponent among the debris of unfulfilled dreams, wallowing in what-ifs and crying out, next year, next year. It is our turn to cheer that our expectations were not without warrant that, at least for this year, the grandest of prizes for men on earth was ours to share. We were bonded together in trial, now even more so in victory. So drink deeply from the cup. It is ours for now, the 12th man, to savor. Thank you.
I'm about ready to make you an offer you can't refuse. I'm talking about George's handcrafted Idaho walking sticks made from the finest wood in Idaho. Let me tell you about these. They come in 3 sizes. The day triplet's lightweight. It's good for holding off small dogs and checking for puddles. It goes for $24 for shipping and handling. Then there's the Sojourner. It's a medium weight. It's good for jumping puddles and holding off large dogs. This baby also comes with a leather hand strap. It goes for $40 for shipping and handling. Then there's the Teddy Roosevelt. This is a heavyweight. This goes along that mantra of speak softly and carry a big stick. Yeah, When you walk in, people know who you are. So because they know who you are, they need to know whose stick it is. So that means we engrave your name, a motto, or a slogan, whatever it takes to make you happy and let people know who you are and what you got to say. It also comes with a leather hand strap as well. Anyway, that goes for $60 for shipping and handling. So now I've told you what I've got. Now I tell you what you need to do. You need to contact georgewhite55.gw@gmail.com. Get a hold of George White at georgewhite55.gw@gmail.com. Do it now.
Hi, George, now have a flashback again. I was going to mention to you about the strong and silent type. That would be Marshawn Lynch. Why is he the strong and silent type? Well, because he didn't speak enough at a press conference to the NFL's liking, and so they fined him $50,000. Why didn't he say enough? Well, he was being asked to respond to a question about how they were going to focus on their next opponent, not even knowing at that time who their opponent was. Not a brilliant question, and not really worthy of an answer. But anyway, Marshawn, I suppose you could have opened up on him. Hopefully the next time you speak, you'll be able to keep him there for hours. Anyway, that's the way that goes. Okay, now, I'm going to go ahead and look at the lines as far as how Vegas is picking all these teams. They're picking New England to win by 7 and even 8. 7 and 7.5. That's the line on New England to win their game. They've got Denver at 10 to 9.5 points. And San Francisco, they've got them winning anywhere from 1 to 3 points. Seattle, anywhere from 7.5 to 8. Well, folks, I would definitely take Carolina on that one and take quite a bit of points. Denver, if I was to take them, I'd take Denver to win, but I don't think they'll win by 10 or 9.5, even though it's at Denver. New England, what do we say? New England, 7.5 to 7. No, I said Indianapolis is going to pull this one off, so don't worry about that one. And they've got Seattle, 7.5 to 8. Take Seattle and the points. They'll do it. And the over and under seems uniformly across the board at 110 points. Except for possibly San Francisco or Carolina, I see these all going over. Seattle going over, New England going over, Denver going over. So, in all of those, now I'd say the San Francisco-Carolina game under 110. But I'm not a betting man, I'm just putting out to what I think is going to happen. So, anyway, that's it for this week. And we'll try and follow it up next. I'm anticipating seeing a matchup between Denver and who would be right up there? Between Denver and that would have to be Indianapolis. No, New England, pardon me. Indianapolis and New England. No, Indianapolis and Indiana. I keep on saying it. Anyway, and we'll see Seattle taking on Carolina. So Seattle and Carolina, and Denver and Indianapolis. Okay, so that's what we're going to have. Okay, so anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and please keep tuning in for next week. Thank you.